Good afternoon. This is Martha Stillwater for J&S Biblical Productions, April 10th, 1907. I'm filling in for Pamela Bluewater, who's on vacation this week. Today we have with us a man who most illustrates Psalm 37, called the Wisdom Psalm. He is Joseph Pulitzer, the founding publisher of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. He just retired today and gave a speech which, in our opinion, serves as the moral compass for the entire profession of journalism. We have invited Mr. Pulitzer here to tell us about his journalistic platform and discuss how it illustrates the Wisdom Psalm, number 37, allegedly written by King David. Welcome, Mr. Joseph Pulitzer.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Pulitzer, we have invited you here to the J&S studio because Psalm 37 seems to describe a man of your ethics level. I quote verses 39 to 40. The deliverance of the righteous comes from the Lord, their stronghold in time of trouble. The Lord helps and rescues them from the wicked and delivers them, for they seek refuge in him. Do you agree?
Well, thank you, Ms. Stillwater, for the compliment. In my retirement speech today to the Post-Dispatch, I gave a platform that I hope will be remembered as a guide to our profession. May I repeat what I told my friends and colleagues?
Oh, by all means, please go ahead.
I wanted us to set an example, so I will call it a platform. I know that my retirement will make no difference in its cardinal principles, that I will always fight for progress and reform, never tolerate injustice or corruption, always fight demagogues of all parties, never belong to any party, always oppose privileged classes and public plunderers, never lack sympathy with the poor, always remain devoted to the public welfare, never be satisfied with merely printing news, always be drastically independent, never be afraid to attack wrong, whether by predatory plutocracy or predatory poverty.
Absolutely incredible. That should be a platform for all journalism. There is another verse in Psalm 37 that you seem to illustrate. I'll read it. It's verse 37. Mark the blameless, note the upright, for there is a future for the man of integrity.
I'm glad you brought that up. I dared to go head-to-head with Teddy Roosevelt in court over Panama Canal corruption, and I'm very passionate on my views, particularly as they apply to rich people who use their money to buy influence in Washington.
I'm glad you said that about the rich. Could that apply to the president?
Yes, Ms. Sedgway. You know, I absolutely detested Teddy Roosevelt, which helped drive the editorial opinion pages against the GOP. The mega-rich, like J.P. Morgan and John D. Rockefeller, qualify as public plunderers, worthy of demonizing that I mentioned in my speech today.
So then you would agree that super rich presidents in the future who undermines the U.S. Constitution or mocks women's rights should be removed?
Yes, absolutely. I've always championed racial justice and women's rights, and the wicked and the demagogues will go. Demagogues, you may or may not know, are leaders who make use of popular prejudices and false claims and promises in order to gain power.
And this is also in Psalm 37 in verses 28. Let me read that for you. The children of the wicked shall be cut off. And also 35. I have seen a wicked, ruthless man spreading himself like a green laurel tree. But he passed away, and behold, he was no more. Though I sought him, he could not be found.
I agree. Then we're on the same page, literally.
So, Mr. Pulitzer, what is this?
That was a painting done by an artist in my hometown, Mako, in Hungary.
Mr. Joseph Pulitzer, then we all agree with Psalm 37. Deliver the righteous and get rid of wealthy demagogues, whether they are elected politicians or really bad presidents. This is Martha Stillwater for J&S Biblical Productions, April 10th, 1907, saying, watch out for the wicked and support those persons of integrity per Psalm 37. Good afternoon. Joseph Pulitzer was the founder of the Pulitzer Prize, which began in 1917, the most prestigious award in American journalism. There are now 21 categories. The winners receive $15,000. In the journalism competition, the winner receives, in addition to the cash, a gold medal.
What are your thoughts on today's story? We'd like to know. So, leave a comment and subscribe to our channel, J&S Authentic Biblical Productions. Whether it's the Word of God through parables, true stories illustrating parables, or true stories in the life of Jesus Christ with commentary, you can see them all by subscribing to the most comprehensive collection of videos of biblical stories for you and your family. Have a blessed day.